What is good, YouTube? Today I got this iPhone 16 Pro Max with a busted front and a busted back. This guy wants to trade it in to get the newer iPhone when it comes out, so we're going to be repairing both the front and the back today. I'm not going to waste any time, we'll get right into it. Add that thing to the heat, and once it gets nice and toasty, you're going to go ahead and add some isopropyl alcohol around the outside edges of this back glass here. Listen, I was so excited to record this video, I forgot to take the pentalobe screws out of the bottom. Always remove these screws first. Don't be like me. Take your razor and go ahead and get it in between the back glass and the frame of the phone, and then just insert it in there. Once you get some space, you're going to take a back glass removal tool and you're just going to go around the outside edges. Remember not to place that tool too far deep in, okay? There's some ribbon cables on this side of the phone, so just like a couple of centimeters. In spots like this where it's really cracked on the edge, just reinsert your razor and get it under there to lift it away from there. And I switched over to the razor. I mean, I love the razor and I know what I'm doing, but if you're kind of uncomfortable, I definitely recommend using like a playing card or some type of plastic card instead of anything metal. It's just safer, but I've been doing this for a while, so I use a razor. I'm not saying you should, but if you're comfortable and you fixed a few, razors are magic, my favorite tool. And once you've gotten that screen lifted, you're just going to go ahead and take a tri-wing screwdriver bit and remove this one screw and disconnect the ribbon cable. Doing a little cleanup work here. Again, I'm using a razor. I don't recommend that. Use something a little smaller unless you're comfortable. But yeah, you want to make sure that frame is completely clean of any glass. The flashlight is held down by one tri-wing screw, so you're just going to remove that, remove the metal shield, and then the LiDAR sensor is held down by two Phillips head screws, so remove those and remove that shield as well. Apply some heat. I always use a heat mat, but if you're doing this repair at home, just use a hair dryer on the hot air settings. Take any old thing sitting around and push that flashlight through. And then once you push that through, use a plastic spudger and remove that cable. Start removing that cable with some isopropyl alcohol. With this repair, the whole paper on the back started coming off with it. So I just decided to remove that whole thing. But typically it'll just be the ribbon cable. It's just the way this thing was broken. Be extra careful when you remove this little sensor here. Just do it slow, make sure you don't tear it. That's what we need right there, baby. And if you got a service pack part, you won't even need to do this, but the parts I get are a little cheaper and I can just transfer this over. We do have to transfer this little metal bracket over too, which is a pain. So just get the service pack. But if you don't have access to that, use a heat gun and get that piece super duper hot, because that metal piece will not come off unless it's super hot. And the most satisfying part of any repair is removing all the plastics. Boop! Once all the plastics are gone, just go ahead and re-add that flex cable to the back. Make sure everything's placed exactly like it was before. And then once you're done doing that, you're going to add those brackets that you just removed. I didn't add new adhesive here, but go ahead and click that ribbon cable into the spot it goes, add the bracket, and add the screw back in there. This guy is just trading the phone in anyways. He wanted it as soon as he could get it, so why waste time? Do as I say, not as I do. If you're doing the repair on your own phone, always add that adhesive. And with the front screen, we're just gonna go ahead and get it warm with a hair dryer, whatever you got at home, add some alcohol to the thing, go in the bottom between the screen and the frame, lift away with the razor, and then just take a pick or something and go down both the sides. The phone opens like a book from there. And there are 6 tri-tip screws in here, so just remove them, put them in order, make a little screw map. I really got to start showing the screw maps on these tutorials, but yeah, keep them all nice and neat so that when you go to add them back in a minute, you'll know exactly where they go. The bracket, you kind of lift from near the battery and pull out. There's a little hinge that keeps it in place. Disconnect the battery first, and then once you disconnect that battery, go ahead and disconnect the other 2 connections. You need to swap the proximity sensor over from the old screen. There's 1 Phillips head screw, remove that bracket, and then lift that away gently. Do not rip this thing. And then once you do that, you're gonna take your new screen and apply it exactly like it was on the old one. Add the bracket, add the screw, and you're basically done. Take your crispy, nice new screen and go ahead and connect those 2 connections there. One for the Face ID, one for the actual screen. Reconnect your battery, add that bracket back in the same way you took it out, and then you're gonna add those 6 tri-tip screws. While I'm adding these screws, this is a really good time to remind you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and join the Discord. I am doing a super cool giveaway once I hit 1,000 subscribers, and I doubt you want to miss that. If there's any overhang on your clips, just push them in. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, just push it in with like a plastic tool or something so that it'll click. Then you're gonna go ahead and add those pentalobe screws back into the bottom, and this repair is done. I just helped you fix your phone, dog. The least you can do is hit that subscribe button. And look at this beautiful phone. Oh my goodness. If you want to check out some of my other videos, it'll be linked right here at the end sequence. Thank you.